Now, James Orengo evades the Nyota program presided over by William Ruto in Kisumu. And the question is why? James Orengo has been known for criticizing the government for its shortcomings, and also he drew a line being an anti-broad-based supporter. But the question is, why do you think he missed the event presided over by Ruto in Kisumu yesterday? Welcome back to our channel. Press that subscribe button for more news bulletins on Royal News, the channel where you get all you trending politics. Now, Ruto toured Siaya County, Migori, and Homa Bay to be specific, and Siaya is where Orengo comes in.
Say those who are in a rush to join Ruto, that Ruto is a passing cloud. I am saying that without a fear of contradiction, because Ruto now has no money, because he's been borrowing, and the Kenyans have told him you cannot borrow. Ruto has said no taxation, but he said he's continued to taxation, and he refused taxation through the finance bill, so he cannot tax Kenyans. Ruto has lost the confidence of the international community. So, where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination.
Now, before we continue, I'd like to thank our die-hard supporters for continuously growing our channel. We wouldn't be where we are without your endless support. And if it's your first time to listen in, press your subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you can be fast to receive our bulletins once we upload them. It's this channel that you get the very analysis of politics, thorough scrutiny, what you cannot analyze. So don't miss out. Royal News got you covered. Now back to James Orengo boycotting William Ruto's Nyota event in Kisumu. Why do you think he did boycott the event? I want us to look at the reasons why James Orengo could have possibly boycotted Ruto's event in Kisumu, the Nyota event. Imagine over 1,700 people benefiting from the program, but the governor is missing in action. Now, during a recent meeting with all the MCAs and William Ruto, Orengo was also isolated, and speculations went around that the MCAs were intending to actually impeach the governor, Orengo, from his position. Could this be a reason why Orengo missed out? Because each time Ruto meets with the MCAs is a clear indication that something is going down, something bigger, much more like an impeachment. And we know the MCAs have the power to actually remove Orengo because none of the MCAs is actually siding with Orengo. A clear indicator that Orengo was isolated and basically he cannot side with the MCAs or attend any function that Ruto is trying to proceed. But the major factor being Orengo is a big critique of the government and a big anti-broad-based supporter. He openly says it. He doesn't want anyone to dine with William Ruto. Orengo is a certified lawyer and he knows he has been in Raila's government till his passing. He knows exactly how the politics and the games of these leaders work. He knows how they were betrayed by Kibaki several times after bidding support for him. So most definitely, playing with the Ruto could be a catch, a tricky game though. So you need to actually address it with caution. But let us ask the question, who actually organized the entire Siaya to go meet William Ruto without the presence of the governor? That is his docket. He's the one supposed to authorize and direct such events to meet the president. So who did on his behalf? Orengo was literally out of the picture. How would you feel if someone else is taking over your docket and you're literally present? You can't do anything. It's like an isolation. Won't you have done the very same reaction Orengo did? Ignore the president and choose to do your own errands with an intention of passing a message. It is actually official. ODM has been divided into two, and people have chosen where they lie as their loyalty. We have the broad-based supporters and the anti-broad-based supporters, with some of them following Oburu Odinga, and with the recent crisis in ODM, Winnie Odinga against Oburu Odinga with the call of an NDC to actually pick the leader legally. We have the anti-broad-based supporters. We have Babu Owino. We have James Orengo. And we have Edwin Sifuna, the Secretary General, and Winnie Odinga also in one camp. Osotsi joining them. We have so many. People have chosen their sides, and the side is anti-broad-based alliance. And now, if we are just to be clear, Orengo could have missed the event because he is not a broad-based supporter. He clearly defines his side, which is the anti-supporter of broad-based. He clearly didn't want to contradict himself because he's drawn a line. Sometimes you rather just stay away than create more political tension. What do you think? Why did Orengo actually boycott the Nyota event presided over by Ruto? I'd love to hear your views, so engage the comment section. We clearly heard Orengo saying that ODM joining UDA is a state of an ICU emergency, and Ruto is sending us to a sinking ship. Now, with the current wars in ODM, with Winnie Odinga, Babu Owino, James Orengo, Edwin Sifuna calling for the NDC to actually elect a leader succeeding Raila Odinga officially, created a war in ODM that actually shows people are against Oburu Odinga. By Orengo attending this function, do you think he would be acknowledging Oburu as the party leader? Rather, how would people have perceived that message? The best way was just to keep off. Hence the question, whom do you think actually organized the event without Orengo being present? It's clear, Orengo the governor, Oburu the senator of Siaya County, but Oburu being the successor of Raila Odinga, he becomes automatically party leader of ODM. So who made the call to actually isolate Orengo from attending the Siaya Nyota program presided over by William Ruto? It is very clear, fingers are actually pointing at Oburu Odinga organizing the event, and Oburu being the party leader of ODM, Orengo against the broad-based government, Orengo also against Oburu as party leader, with a call for an NDC to actually elect a leader. Would Orengo actually attend that event? It is called politics, and when one picks a side, definitely there is no going back, and Orengo's side is anti-broad-based supporter, which is against dining with William Ruto, with Orengo clearly saying ODM is going into a sinking ship. But do you agree with James Orengo? Is ODM dining with UDA headed into a dead end? What do you think can actually make William Ruto make James Orengo board his ship? Well, stay tuned to Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending politics. In case it's your first time to listen in, press your subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can be fast to receive the news bulletins once we upload them. Until then, JD Ishmaels.